For judgment I have come into this world, that those who do not see may see, and those who see may be blind. A lot of your enemies was awakened before you, and they took advantage of you. They took advantage of you spiritually, mentally, physically, and some of you financially. These are bullies. These are people that like to have a one up on the other person. These are people that love control and manipulation, and they use your innocence. They use you not knowing how things are done spiritually against you, to take you down, to mock you, to put you through seasons of lack, put you through seasons of confusion, to slow you down, to keep you from waking up, to keep poking at you when they were supposed to help you awaken. But instead, they used their gifts, they used them awakening, them being spiritually awakened against you. God is saying, if you were blind, you will have no sin. But now you see, we see. Therefore, your sin remains. People know what they've been doing. People know what they've done. They just never wanted to be seen and known for their sins, their backstabbing, or betrayal. They're trying to escape karma. But a lot of people have been complacent with the evil that they've done. They've been comfortable using witchcraft and black magic and, word curses and speaking over people's lives because they have benefited from it. They have benefited off of witchcraft, off of doing people wrong. So these people have the knowledge and the wisdom to know what they're doing. These people know what they're doing. They just never thought that you will wake up. They just thought that they will get away with it. They don't want to receive karma. Okay? They know, they have sensed, and they have been warned of their actions. They just choose not to change. They choose to stay complacent using the enemy's offers. The offers that he chooses to keep people in bondage, attack people. These are the kind of people that you have had around you that have been attacking you spiritually, keeping you in certain spaces and thinking that it was something wrong with you. Knowing what they're doing behind the scenes. Knowing that they're attacking your finances, they are attacking your mind, they're doing things spiritually while you're sleeping, in your dreams. Like, these people are wicked. These people are evil. And they come, physically, in your face, and then they act like they love you. They act like they don't know what they've been doing, to see if it's been working, to see your reaction, to see if their witchcraft and the things that they've said actually worked. These people don't care about how you actually feel. They care if they're getting results. That's what it is. They care to see that if they can say certain things, if they can, do certain things behind your back, does it actually work? These people feel empowered by using witchcraft. These people feel empowered by taking other people down, preying on the innocent, preying on people who have not spiritually awakened. And most of the time, these are people that you call your family. These are the people that you call your friend. These are the people that's in your household, people that you sit and break bread with, people that you sit at the table and see every year for Thanksgiving. These are the people that you love, that is close to you. Okay, these are people that are stuck in their ways and they find excuses to justify their wrongdoings. They're self-righteous. They'll find every way, to try to get them out of their karma. They'll try to justify, how, what they're doing because of how you made them feel. Because most of the time, it's people that are holding grudges. It's people that, they feel some kind of way about themselves. They're insecure. They're just bullies. They have this mindset of, having to win at all costs and not caring about hurting whoever to get there. These are people that know they're sinning. These are people that know that they're hurting people and they're betraying people, but they don't care. They're self-righteous and they act blind when approached to deceive people. They try to act like they don't know what's going on. That's their favorite line. They try to act like they don't know what's going on, or why things are going the way it's going, or why people are going through what they're going through, when they know that it's them, or they know of who's actually doing it. They know that they're being spiritually attacked. They know that certain things that's going on in your life or other people that has been in the same situation as you, why they're going through different hardships over and over and over again. Why are people staying in certain cycles and it don't make sense? Or why certain things just happen all of a sudden that it just don't make sense? Like something, that there's like an underlying, like there's something is wrong here. These people be knowing. They be knowing what's going on. They just like to play behind the scenes and they try to act like they don't know what's going on when people ask them stuff, or when people trying to pry and try to figure out the truth. These people like to stay in the shadows and not get no karma for what they do behind the scenes. These people have been doing this type of stuff for generations. They've been groomed to believe that this is the way to get ahead. That this was the way to secure their safety and security in life. To beat anybody by any means, any means necessary. These are people that have been led to destroying families and sacrificing blessings and sacrificing their salvation. These people have done a lot of harm into other people, whereas that their karma has affected their family, people in their family, from receiving blessings and salvation and just receiving what's to them, because they have inflicted so many people. They have like induced karma on their own people. They have like cursed their own bloodline. They have put curses in their own families because they don't want to stop what they're doing. They've been led by the devil to think that this is the way to go, that this is the way you're supposed to do things. And these people have become complacent with doing these things. They have been deceived and they've led themselves into bondage. And then they try to get other people to follow in their footsteps, follow with what they've been taught to do, not knowing that they've just been groomed. They've been groomed this way. They've been groomed to be deceptive. They've been groomed to, hurt people. This is a behavior. This is like a thought pattern that has been passed down from generations to deceive people internally. People's wires are crossed. Okay, like seriously, because only the enemy offers you deals that you got to pay for later on. You wouldn't have to, you wouldn't have to sacrifice, your inheritance, your abundance, your peace, love, like blessings, in order to get a temporary gain. A lot of people wires are crossed. They are believing in something that is false, that is not true. And when people actually speak the truth to them, they will get angry instead of correcting their behavior, or even just listening, to have an open heart to maybe do some digging on the truth, or finding certain ways, or finding a better way of doing things, or just taking a little bit of accountability, or just looking at their actions and looking at what's been going on in their family to actually make a change. But they don't do that because these people have been so complacent with doing things this way. This is how mama did it, grandma did it, great grandma did it. This is how they've done it. And this is how we survived. So this is the way that I'm going to continue to do it. Even though I've already encountered God and he's already given me signs that this was the wrong way to do it. I have a better way for you. I'm warning you, change your behavior. Do this instead. Like, God gives you warnings. God gives you signs you're going the wrong way. But it's up to you to make the change. It's up to you to change your behavior. You can't act like you're blind to something that's right in your face. You can't act like you're blind when God has already awakened you. God already gave you the wisdom. God already gave you your assignment. He gave you your assignment and told you what to do. He's already guided you to the truth. You've already been awakened. You have the wisdom, you have the guidance, you have the blueprint, and you chose not to. You chose not to follow through. You chose to stick to a pattern. You chose to stay in lack. You chose to stay in bondage. And now you're choosing to intentionally hurt other people to force them to follow your path, to follow what you've been doing, to follow what everybody else been led to do, to destruction. Follow this path to destruction. These people have been tricked, and they have been deceiving, and they've been complacent with the devil and his offers. They've been complacent with what this trickery, this sorcery, this witchcraft, like they've been tricked to believe that this is a part of what people do spiritually, attack people. Like, they have been tricked. They have been tricked. And now it's time to collect. It's time to collect. You can't go. What's done in the dark will always come to the light. No matter how long you've been doing it, no matter how long you've been getting away from it, how long you've been running from it, how long you've been sacrificing other people to take on your karma, at some point, you're going to hit a dead end. At some point, you're going to have to pay for your sins. You're going to have to pay for what you knowingly did. Knowingly did. You can't say you was blind. You can't say that you didn't know, because you've already been awakened. You wasn't blind. You seen what was going on. You've seen and you knew, you've mastered this. You've mastered how to take people down, how to slow people down, how to sacrifice people, how to poke people, manipulate people's lives. You knew what you were doing. You've received enough grace to change your ways, to change the trajectory of your path and the generations after you. You've received warnings. You've received everything that this life, God, your ancestors, your guidance, you received it. You received the letters. You received the guidance. You received it and you ignored it. You've ignored it. You're not blind. You just avoiding, hiding. Now you want to hide from what you've dished out. Now you want to hide and make other people pay for your karma. Now you want to hide. Now you want people to have sympathy for you. Now you want to hash things out. Now you want, leave the past in the past and try to fix things now. After years and years and years of you trying to slow people down, you manipulating people. You manipulating people's minds, manipulating their life. There is people that has literally been, their whole lives have been changed, have been altered in such a way where it's been so detrimental to their mental health, to their kids, to their everything, because of people like this who see, but they act blind to what they're doing. They're self-righteous. They want to be the one on top. They want to be the one in control. They want to act like they're God in other people's lives. They want to act like God in people's lives. Now they want to hide. Now they want to act like they don't know what they've been doing. Now they want to gather other people to get on around them to help them pay for their karma. Now they want to attach to other people to help them pay for their karma. Now they want to try to act and get close to the people and, try to do little things to maybe stop that's coming for them. It doesn't work like that. You can't do little good deeds after generations of destroying people's lives. You can't. It doesn't work like that. God does not welcome stubborn seers. He don't. He doesn't welcome people that knowingly know what they were doing. No, you took advantage of people. Knowingly, you've mocked people. Mocked people knowing what you were doing. How are you gonna sit here and mock somebody, alter their life, alter their mind, their finances, them spiritually of who they are, who they were actually born to be, their inheritance, their abundance? You have stolen from people's lives. You have stolen from mothers, fathers, from people that you so-called love. You have stolen from them. You have stolen their happiness. And then now you want sympathy? Now you want people to help? Now you sorry? When you seen and you took advantage of me? You took advantage of people innocence. You took advantage of their innocence. You took advantage of their heart. You took advantage of their light. You wanted to dim their light. You wanted to siphon their light, siphon their intuition, siphon who they are, steal their identity, steal who they are, who they're supposed to be, who God called them to be. You stole it. You've altered people's lives, destroyed people's lives, and been hiding, acting blind, acting like you don't know what you're doing. It's time to collect. It's time to pay that back. You cannot go your whole life destroying people's lives while they living in hell because of what you've done. Deceiving people. This is why God is saying that, therefore your sin remains. Your sin remains. You've been given enough time to stop. You've been given enough time to change. Do the right thing. Repent. But you haven't. You didn't want to. You didn't have no remorse for what you did. You didn't care. Because deep inside of you, it actually enjoyed what you were doing. Deep inside of you actually enjoyed seeing people suffer when they didn't have to. They didn't even have to suffer. They were actually doing the right thing, actually believing that they were doing the right thing. And here you go, trying to be God in somebody's life. Trying to control somebody because you seen that their heart was full of gold. You seen that they were easily to control. You wanted to have control over them and manipulate them. Manipulate their resources. You wanted them to suffer. You wanted to see them on the sidelines, behind, in the dirt. You didn't care as long as you got what you wanted. How selfish. How evil you have to be to do this to your family, your blood family. This is why God is waking his people up. Because a lot of people have been in bondage to so-called family, karmic family members, karmic people who don't even have the ability to really love. They don't know how to love. They don't have the capacity to love. They're dealing with their own demons. But instead of them actually dealing with it, they've allowed that demon to consume them. They have allowed that demon to rule their lives and destroy other people's lives because they don't want to do the work in their own life. These people had it all wrong. They've had it all wrong. And their lies, their manipulation, this behavior, it will all have to be paid back. It will all have to come back to you. God will come to collect. The people that's been targeted, the people that's been taken advantage of, they will receive everything that you've stolen from them. The tables will be reversed. Because a lot of people didn't deserve, nobody deserved being taken advantage of. Nobody deserved someone attacking them while they're sleeping. Attacking them with thoughts in their mind. Trying to forcibly make people, drive them crazy. Force them to stick to certain habits and stick to certain things that will destroy them. Like, it's people out here that really is mental in the head. Like, seriously. They're so addicted to control, addicted to spiritually attacking people, that they've allowed it to draw them crazy, to make them mentally sick in the head, to make them think that they're doing right, or that they're justified in some kind of way. Like, it's people that's holding on to stuff from 50 years ago, 40, 30 years ago, holding on to things, holding on to what somebody said to them, to intentionally, every day, attack people spiritually, physically, mentally, financially. All because you're holding on to a grudge. You're holding on to something because you're hurt. You got a grudge. You feel some kind of way. You're insecure. You're insecure. Your feelings got hurt. And you don't know how to forgive. You don't know how to love. You don't know how to be sincere. You just don't. You just don't. You're just evil. You're just evil. And you want control. You want to play God. So now God is going to come after you to show you who's actually really God. Who's God? Who's in control? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. The deceiving, ain't no more of that. You can't keep deceiving people. People are woke to what you're doing. People are woke now. It's just time now to pay for what you did when they wasn't woke. It's just time to pay for you taking advantage of them. You know? It was a test for you. It was a test. See what you would do. See what you would rather do. Than what you was actually supposed to do. It was a test. But enough is enough. It's time to collect. And you will pay up. Stay blessed.